Hi, Sunnies. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this again. I don't know if it's me. I'm just not. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm not really tech savvy. I've gotten to that point in life. Welcome to Beaming Light. I am Danita. Welcome to my channel. Beaming stands for bold, enlightened, aware, mature, insightful, nurturing, and grateful. Light stands for loving, intelligent, generous, honest, and tactful. Welcome to my channel, where I talk about my personal experiences, relate them to song lyrics and song lyrics to Bible verses. Sometimes I go out of order. Bear with me. I just like to give the message on how the Spirit moves me, right? Depending on how God is working through me and seeing fit. So the title of this video, we're going to look at Job chapter 17, verse 4 through 11. I promise you it's okay to tell nouns. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. I promise you it's okay to tell nouns. Bitch, don't kill my vibes. All right. So don't go tell your teacher that. Don't go tell your boss that. Don't go tell your parents that. Mm-mm. This is figuratively, right? And this is for adults. I just want to make that disclaimer because I don't want nobody saying, I lost my job behind you and saying, bitch, don't kill my vibe. No, I did not tell you to go out there and act reckless. Let's get into the deeper meaning of what I'm talking about. I share with you guys that I am a art lover. I love art. Love it. I love art because it speaks to my soul. It resonates with me. It allows me to cultivate being a deeper thinker by using depth perception and insight to find out what the artist is trying to convey through their work. This is, I'm not just talking about like paintings and photographs and sculptures or pictures. I'm talking about fashion, music, food, like all of that is a form of art. I think some people get confused and they don't realize that. But yes, like things that you experience are a form of art. And sometimes for people, artwork can be, or art is like performing open heart surgery. Like that can be just what resonates to their soul, like looking at and understanding the human body in a deeper way or deeper experience, right? But for me, it is really like the things I am experiencing, like with the art, the music, the fashion, the culture. I enjoy these things. I love flowers. I love to look at beautiful, fresh flowers. Like they just bring out something that resonates with my soul and makes my soul happy. I've learned these things about myself. And in learning and understanding these things about myself, it allows me to look at the artist perspective in whatever I'm in, like if I'm food tasting or, if I am at a museum, like it just gives me the opportunity to look at the artwork of whoever's art, like the artist or like the fashion of the designer, and really appreciate it on a deeper level. Recently, I went to the museum and there was a photograph exhibit and it was beautiful. And it was like a lot of photographs from Southern Louisiana, Mississippi area. There was one photograph, it was called The Tree of Life. And it was where people would gather looking for jobs in Mississippi. And it ended up like kind of being like a hangout spot where people would get valuable information like life wisdom. Like knowing these things is amazing. It's like, it resonates with you because it's like, it makes you think on things on a deeper level. Like I could have just took that, right, and said, okay, like the tree of life, whatever. But I took it on a deeper level and I was like, well, I wonder, like, what is my tree of life? Where am I getting my wisdom, my guidance, my strength? The tree of life doesn't necessarily have to be a tree. It can be something big, like metaphorically, right? Like, don't go to work and tell your boss, bitch, don't kill my vibe. Like, this is figurative language. That's artwork. So I was just thinking about things on a deeper level. And honestly, my connection is with God. My source is God. I go to him for everything. Like I go to my dad and ask my dad questions and, get his advice because he does give really good advice. But it's like I also talk to God. I talk to God a lot. God's God's my best friend. Yes. And some people might be like, that's weird or no, but I mean God should be your best friend. You should want to go to God with everything. He sees everything anyway, so like why wouldn't you want to go with him? I'm not going. Well, yeah, you want to go with him when his life is over. But why wouldn't you want to go to him and ask him questions and seek his advice, right? Because sometimes your earthly father might not be in the best space to give you advice. Like Mr. Dan is personal experience time. There was a situation where like I got really upset at my ex and I called him a dumbass. I did. I was like, what you dumbass? I'm Here's the thing. I use that term because I was tired of being disrespected and feeling and tired of my intelligence being insulted. So I projected. It wasn't right, but I did it in the moment. And going to therapy, right, has allowed me to make these realizations and say, okay, that's not how I want to move moving forward. I know I need to communicate better like a grown adult. But instead of him coming to me like an adult, right? Like this is where two wrongs don't make a right. So I was wrong for saying that. But he was wrong also for going to tell his dad about it. And his dad was wrong for like throwing it back at my face. Like, oh yeah, I see you pass your test. So whoever called you a dumbass, they can't call you a dumbass anymore. And like looked at me as he was saying it. So I was like, okay, obviously you guys had a conversation behind my back. Right? But I would have hoped that my person at the time would have said, hey, can I talk to you about what you said? Like, I didn't like that. I'm gonna have to put a boundary up. Like, you can't say that to me. And I would have respected. I'm like, you're right. I'm sorry. I reacted. I projected on you because I feel like you keep insulting my intelligence. And we could have had a healthy and productive conversation and resolved the issue. But I said something and then he went back and I wasn't even saying it to insult his intelligence. I was just saying like the situation is dumb. It's just dumb. Like what you're doing is dumb. But like again, that's why that's that healing that needs to happen. Right? I needed to be in a healing space so I didn't absorb that toxicity and let it get to me. And when I saw the toxicity, I should have left, right? Like early on. But that's neither here nor there. There was a reason for that season, and there was a huge lesson and blessing from that, right? There was a blessing from that lesson. Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. So it's okay, like, whatever. I apologized at some point to him for saying that. I did apologize. Like I said it to him. But I also told him that I didn't think it was okay for him to go. He was like, I didn't tell my dad. It's like, why are you lying? See, that's what we talking about. People like, why you lying? Why you lie? Why you always lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop getting lying. Like, it's, like, sometimes you just be like, listen, I'm just don't. I'm not about to sit here. That's why I ain't playing these puppy games with you. Like y'all can play, you can go play with your daddy. Like I ain't about to be playing these puppy games with you. But no, needless to say, it was a huge learning experience, right? It was a huge learning lesson. It was showing me everything that I did not want in a marriage. I don't want a marriage where I cannot communicate with my partner. I don't want a marriage where I cannot freely express how I feel. And if I am angry in a moment, then it's going to be like used against me versus my partner coming to me and saying like, that wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying? We need to talk about this because that can't happen again. Like I'm putting a boundary up. That's not okay. Like a healthy, productive conversation, right? But this is why it's important for you to heal yourself before you get in any marriage. And now I'm not talking about a marriage just with a romantic partner. I'm talking about Your family and being involved with your family, that's a marriage. That's a connection that you have. Friends, that is a marriage, that is a connection. Because when you think about it, when you cut off certain friends and certain family members, you have to go through that grief process. It's like you're experiencing a breakup. It's like you're literally breaking up with them. Like you weren't really in a romantic relationship, but it feels like you have to break up with them like that. So you have to go through all of that. But to understand and to know like who's healthy and for you, right? Because that situation wasn't good for me, but maybe somebody else would love to be in that situation, that position, and you know what I mean? Like that's them. Maybe that's what they need. But for me, it's like I need something different. My soul needs something different. There's something else that needs to feed my soul. This is not feeding my soul. This is actually diminishing my soul. It's taking away from it. Real talk time. Do you have a soul? Do you? Let's get into Kendrick Lamar. I am a sinner who's probably gonna sin again. Lord, forgive me. Lord, forgive me. Things I don't understand. Sometimes I need to be alone. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. I can feel your energy from 2 planets away. I got my drink, I got my music, I would share it. But today I'm yelling, bitch, don't kill my vibe. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Let's go down to the first verse. Look inside my soul and you can find gold and maybe get rich. Look inside your soul and you can find out it never exists. I just got chills. When you look inside my soul, because I have depth, I have insight, I am using wisdom and discernment. I'm using the things and the strategies from going to museums and looking at pictures and photographs and paintings and sculptures and looking at the expressions of these people and body language. I am able to translate that into a real life experience and look and see if people truly have souls or are they just a shell of a person. Because I have found my soul, I've done a soul healing, I've done my soul searching, I found my soul purpose, and now my soul is satisfied. Yes, there is things that I still desire out of life, and when the time is appropriate, God will bring those things in. But at this moment, my soul is satisfied. Do you have a soul so you can get to that point? Look inside my soul and find gold and maybe get rich. Look inside your soul and you can find out it never exists. I can feel the changes. I can feel a new life. I always knew life can be dangerous. I can say that I like a challenge and you tell me it's painless. You don't know what pain is. How can I paint this picture when the colorblind is hanging with you? How can I tell you about what's happening, why the situation was dumb, if you are continuing hanging out with people who keep you colorblind? We have blinders on. And that's not just exclusive to that person. That's just like in general. Like, how can I paint a picture and tell you what it is, but you continue to hang around people to tell you what it's not? That's where trust goes in. And trust to me is not through words, it's through actions, it's through intentions, it's through energy. Like, that's how I can form and build trust with someone because people usually just automatically give trust. And I used to do that too. I used to just automatically give people trust. But now I'm like, oh no, trust is earned. Trust is special. It's hard to come by people that you can really trust. So it's like, I'm the type of person, when I'm going to do something, I'm going to test you. I'm going to see how far you go with it. When I realize that you broke my trust, you broke my relationship with you, you broke the connection. Because I could look inside your soul and see that it never existed. If I can't trust you, you don't have a soul. That's how I feel. That's extreme, right? That's how I feel in this moment. If I cannot trust you with my soul, how do I even know that you have a soul? Fell on my face and woke up with a scar. Another mistake leaving deep in my heart. Wearing on top of my sleeve in a flick. I can admit that it did look like yours. Why you resent every making of this? Tell me your purpose is petty again. Oh, let me say that again. Why you resent every making of this? Tell me your purpose is petty again. Tell me your purpose is petty again. Hey, y'all, for his dad to come back and say that and throw that in my face, that was really petty. That was like, he could have just had a conversation with me. Not the dad, the ex. The dad shouldn't even have known that had happened because at that point in time, we were married. So, like, that should have been something we worked out. Now, things would have got violent and something, like, that's just a whole nother level, right? But if it's just like a spat, he will always like, I don't tell them about spats that we have. You're lying because they come back and say stuff that I'm like, you think I don't get where this is coming from? Why you always lying? And that's just like, y'all, you can tell when people lying. Look at you dead in your face and me lying. It's like, look at you dead in your face and me lying. Look inside your soul and you can find out it never exists. If you could sit here and lie to me like this in my face, look inside your soul and find out it never existed. Tell me your purpose is petty again, but even a small lighter can burn a bridge. Even a small light can burn a bridge. You know, learning experience, learning lesson. Last night I was laying in bed and like as I am closing out connections and closing doors and just removing soul ties from people and just continue to do the work, right? Like mentally, emotionally, physically, I have moved on. It is really just finishing up that last little bit of work to heal my heart. And again, my heart was not all the way completely broken because of him. It was broken because of my mom. And I was attaching that connection that I had with her to him. And so it was like when that didn't work out, it was like, it felt like another devastating blow because it's like, oh my gosh, like, are you serious? I lost my mom. Now this happens, but it happened because it wasn't the right person. And I literally felt my heart close. Like it not close up, but mending. Like that little space in my heart, it just went, it just mended itself up. It was a beautiful feeling because it allowed me to really understand that, you know, healing has a beautiful purpose behind it. Pain has purpose. And so when you turn that into your healing and transform your life and can start to see the picture differently and, you know, like I said, make light of the situation, I look at it and I'm like, that's hilarious. Again, that does not feed my soul, but maybe it's going to feed the other person's. You know what I mean? Like and that's good because different people need different things, but you have to make sure that you do the work to make sure, do you have a soul? Number one. If you don't have a soul, find God, go talk to him, figure out what you need to do to get it. Find your soul, do some soul healing so you can do some soul searching to find your soul purpose for soul satisfaction. Let's look at Job chapter 17, verse 4 through 11. For thou hast hid their heart from understanding, therefore shalt thou not exalt them. He that speaketh flattery to his friends, even the eyes of his children shall fail. Like the flattery, like, no, I don't tell them. Like, don't lie. Lying is flattery. Lying can be a form of flattery. Don't lie. Just tell me what it is. He that speaketh flattery to his friends, even the eyes of his children shall fail. He hath made me also a byword of the people, and aforetime I was a tabret. Tabret is tambourine. Mine eye also is dim by reason of sorrow, and all my members are as a shadow. There is a light and a dark within all this, and there is a light and a dark within us all. But what side are you operating in? Are you operating as children of the light? Because there's a light that shines, but you have to get your light to shine bright. Baby, you got to do the soul work. The soul has to work for your light to shine. Upright men shall be astonished, and the innocent shall stir up himself against the hypocrite. The righteous also shall hold on his way, and he that hath clean hands shall be stronger and stronger. But as for you all, do ye return and come now, for I cannot find one wise man among you. Ooh, that's powerful. Can't find one wise man among them. Okay, my days are past, my purposes are broken off. Even the thoughts of my heart. When I told you my heart closed, it's like, ooh, that's done. It's like, okay, we good. We're really good. That situation, like I said, it allowed me to just see things differently, allow me to see things clearer. It allowed me just to have a clearer picture with a lot of my relationships and the connections that I was experiencing, right? So when I say don't flatter me or don't lie to me, I'm not just talking to this particular person or about this particular situation. I'm talking about like everyone. Like if something looks like, yeah, I had a really bad hair job. And instead of people saying like, Denise, that looks terrible, like they was like, oh no, like no, just tell me it look bad so I could go get it fixed. Like don't sit here and lie to me. Don't lie to me, man. If I have a terrible haircut, tell me. Like it's not the best, but it'll grow out. Like you know what I mean? Just don't flatter me. Don't keep telling me like it's beautiful, it looks good. Like people can paint a pretty picture. They can say it's beautiful. But when you do the work and you have the depth perception and the insight to look inside somebody's soul and see their expressions, their facial cues, their body language, their tone of voice, you can feel their energy behind it. It tells you a completely different story. And that's your intuition showing you. Look at people's soul. Look at your soul. What is it that you need to do to work on your soul? You have to do the soul work. God is ready for your light to shine bright. Look inside my soul and you can find gold and maybe get rich. Look inside your soul and find out it never exists. Does your soul exist? When these people try to flatter you and do all that stuff, like, man, like, come on now. Hey, that's not even necessary. It look bad. That's okay. Or the situation is bad. It's okay. Just tell me that. Don't kill my vibe, though, by lying to me. And, you know, like, it's okay to put boundaries on people and tell people, like, bitch, don't kill my vibe. Tell these nouns, bitch, don't kill my vibe. Like when his dad came up to me and said that, I want to be like, bitch, don't kill my vibe. Like this is between me and him. Why are you inserting yourself in our business? Ooh, I was gonna say something. God said, no, don't do it. I promise you, it is okay to tell nouns, bitch, don't kill my vibe. All right, Sunny vibes. State of mentality. Be a beaming light in your community. Spread love, light, and positivity. I love you guys. Pay it forward with a random act of kindness, Sunnies. You're amazing. Stay grateful. Stay humble. Stay prayed up. Spread your light. Make sure you find your soul and do the soul work. It's time. Love you guys. See you next time.